Welcome to How to Cure Anxiety Attacks with Self-Therapy for Anxiety. Having suffered from anxiety and anxiety attacks myself for several years, I remember how serious the condition can feel, and I'm happy to now be able to share with you a technique that virtually eliminated anxiety from my life altogether. It can do the same for you. When it comes to anxiety, there is no prescription pill or psychological advice that I would trade for the knowledge of this method. However, because every person is different, you should consider this as a general approach to self-development only, and not as a tailored therapy, means of diagnosis, or replacement for medical advice. With that disclaimer in mind, let's get started. First, what is an anxiety attack? As an anxiety sufferer, my guess is that you could describe yourself as a person who has a tendency to do a lot of negative thinking, including worrying, stressing, and what I call what-if thinking, fear thinking, or catastrophe thinking, meaning you often worry about things that might go wrong in your life, the worst-case scenarios. Does that sound familiar? Well, what happens during an anxiety attack is that all those fears lingering in your subconscious mind begin to affect your physiology even when you're not consciously thinking about them. Your body responds to those subconscious fears by releasing the fight or flight hormone of adrenaline to deal with what it thinks is a dangerous situation. However, because you're not consciously aware of any visual danger like you'd usually associate with adrenaline, the sensation feels unusual, so you instead start worrying about the anxiety, adrenaline sensation itself, perhaps thinking that you're going crazy or losing your mind. That fear of the sensation then causes the adrenaline level to increase further, which just makes you more fearful of the initial sensation. This vicious circle continues until you're in a full-blown panic state. Hello, anxiety attack. Your experience might be slightly different, but this is one common scenario. Okay, because of the limited duration of this video, I'm going to jump right into teaching you the most important aspect of dealing with an anxiety attack. For the next 10 minutes or so, you should be seated in a comfortable area free from distractions. You should not be driving or operating machinery of any kind. Ideally, you'll begin at a point when you're already feeling some anxiety, perhaps when you're feeling a little bit nervous, stressed, or uneasy, or even if you think you might have an anxiety attack coming on. Please pause this recording until you're ready to begin. Close your eyes now and relax. I would like you to direct your mental awareness onto the inside of your body and just notice the sensations in that space. You can start in your head, chest, abdomen, or any area of your body where a physical sensation is present. Each person's internal sensations will vary, but some examples are pressure in your head, tightness in your neck, or maybe heaviness in your chest or abdomen. Sensations can range from physical ones like aching within muscles to emotional ones like the butterfly feeling in a nervous stomach or the heaviness of depression. Just observe what's there. If you're feeling stressed, nervous, anxious, or panicky right now, then you can probably find that sensation as an energy somewhere in your body or maybe throughout your body. Any emotion that you experience has an energy, meaning a physical sensation inside your body that goes along with it. It's those physical sensations that you're looking for. If you need some time to do this, please pause the recording now. Okay, I would like you to use your best judgment in choosing the energy in your body that you most closely associate with your current anxiety level. Once you've chosen a sensation, focus your concentration on that energy as if you are listening to it, as if it is speaking to you with the sensations that it radiates. Try to overcome all avoidance and feel genuine interest in wanting to listen to it and in knowing it. Listen without analysis, without evaluation, and without judgment of the energy. If it helps, think of listening to energies simply as concentrating on and observing them with pure, thought-free, avoidance-free awareness. Please pause the recording for a couple minutes while you try this now. For the energy you are currently listening to, I would now like you to try to describe the physical characteristics of that energy. If the sensation you find is of an emotional nature, like nervousness or anxiety, just observe it as the sensation. Try to avoid placing verbal labels like nervousness or anxiety on energies. This type of identification requires an intellectual evaluation that interferes with your complete, attentive listening to the pure energy. You can instead describe energies with words like tingling vibration, smooth energy, dense, heavy, throbbing, and so forth. Reflect your observations to the energy as if you are speaking to it, either out loud or in your mind. This may seem a bit strange at first, but you'll soon see that it's a very powerful means to an end. Some examples of your statements might be: sensation, you are tingling and thick. Energy, you are aching and solid, or dense and throbbing. Energy, you are shaped like a rod in my chest and stomach. Energy, you are like a thick pressure throughout my body. Energy, you are aching in the top of my head. These are just some examples. You will obviously have your own unique energies and therefore unique descriptions. Try to come up with as many descriptive words as possible, including shape, density, size, feel, and so on. Please try this now. Tell the energy your observation of its physical characteristics. Your descriptions do not have to be exact. There's no need for perfection here. Just reflect the first observations that come to mind. Please pause the recording for a couple minutes and try this now. Finally, please close your eyes again and turn your attention back once more to the energy you are spending time with. Affirm your acceptance of that energy's presence by repeating the following phrases to it. Sensation, I can handle you. Energy, you are okay to be where you are. Feeling, I can handle your presence in my body. Energy, I let you be as you are. Just listen now. If this is the first time you're trying this exercise, you might be finding some of the process a bit weird at first, and you may not notice an immediate reduction in your anxiety level. That's okay. It takes time to sink in, so stick with it. After practicing for a few days, you will see how truly effective this method is, and you'll realize that it's just a means to an end to anxiety attacks in your life. Up until now, the manner in which you've been dealing with anxiety has most likely been one of avoidance or suppression, meaning that when you notice anxiety within you, you've tried to ignore it or mentally beat it down. However, this type of avoidance behavior is based on and motivated by fear itself, which indirectly just feeds the flames of anxiety. And in the case of anxiety attacks, this is the precise mental tendency that escalates anxiety to the point of panic. The good news is that you now have a solid technique for reversing that tendency. Practice often, and you'll find anxiety literally dissolving from your life. Does it sound too simple? Whether or not my explanation seems logical to you, just practice the technique and see for yourself. Of course, you must apply the technique in order for it to work. If you don't even try it just because it doesn't seem like it would work, then it definitely won't. So be sure to at least give it a few days before making your final judgment. I think you'll be amazed. And remember, because of the limited duration of this video, I focused on one aspect of dealing with anxiety attacks. If you'd like to learn more, including how to prevent general anxiety from arising in the first place, please visit www.selftherapy.com.